Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining me and Jaydev every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do share with friends and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Jaydev joins me in this session. Welcome, Jaydev.
Good evening to all the viewers once again.
Yeah. So, what do we have in today's news, Jaydev?
Yeah, we have a major development in the SSR case.
Yes.
The Patna High Court gives important instructions in the SSR case. The court has heard a petition seeking a proper investigation into the death of Sushant Singh Rajput. A division bench of Chief Justice Sanjay Carroll, while hearing the matter, has directed the additional Solicitor General and Advocate General to clarify the situation.
Yeah.
Devendra Dubey, a final year law student in Mumbai, has filed a petition in this matter. During the last hearing, the court had refused to issue a notice to anyone. At the same time, the court had made it clear that there would be no stay on departmental action even during the pendency of hearing of the case. It has been said in the petition that the CBI is investigating the death of Sushant Singh Rajput in Bombay. And if the Patna High Court does not find the CBI investigation satisfactory, then the court should direct the director of CBI and the central government. It has been requested in the petition that the court should monitor the matter itself and order to present the progress report in the court so that the investigation process is completed soon and the culprits can be punished. Yeah, so that's a major development.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if SSR news is trending, these two women who were in his life always ensure they remain close on his heels. That is, we are talking about Ankita Lokhande and Riya Chakravarti. Ankita now says she did not know about Sushant Singh's relationship with Riya Chakravarti. So, can you believe that? Okay. She's reported to have said, I can't do anything, there's nothing in my hand. And then she speaks in Hindi. She says, when people feel like it, they make me into a goddess. When they don't, they take me off the pedestal. I don't think I existed in Sushant's life since the past 4 years. And again, she says in Hindi, no point directing your anger at me. I think everyone has been targeted throughout this process. And it's okay. I know what I stood for. I know what I feel. I know what I've gone through. So it's okay. When asked about the rumors of her joining Big Boss 15 alongside Riya, she denied the rumors, saying that I denied completely. I was never a part of it ever. I frankly love to watch Big Boss, but I don't think I can be a part of it. She also said, I don't know this girl, so what will I say about her? I didn't even know about Sushant and Riya's relationship. I've never spoken about her anyway. God bless her wherever she is. Then again, she goes on in Hindi, I have not spoiled my relationship with anyone because there was no relationship to begin with. The one whom I had a relationship with, I defended. I have no regrets. So it's very clear here, friends, that she is trying to sort of make her relationship with Riya, sort of better, because she knows that if she needs to have some prospects in Bollywood, Riya is one person she has to have a good relationship because Riya is a part of the cabal. Yes, Jyoti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's very strange that, they had a lot of, fight between both of them. Like last year, if you remember, Riya sort of fought with Ankita, and Ankita also sort of,
Yeah. In
they
fact,
had
in
a,
all the
yeah,
interviews also she spoke against her.
yeah, exactly. So it's very funny that now, she's sort of supporting Riya.
Yeah. And moving on to another piece of news, Siddharth Shukla's family released their first statement after his death, requesting everybody and thanking them. The family said, thanked everyone who showered unconditional love on the actor, and during their immense loss, the family especially thanked the Mumbai police for all their support in managing the smooth operation of the last rites of the actor. It says heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has been a part of Siddharth's journey and showered him with unconditional love. It definitely doesn't end here, as he now resides in our hearts forever. Siddharth valued his privacy, hence we request you to allow our family the privacy to grieve. A special thank you to the Mumbai Police Force for their sensitivity and compassion. They've been like a shield protecting us and standing by us every minute of the day. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Om Shanti. The Shukla family read the statement issued by the family on Monday, September 6th. Meanwhile, it is better to also alert your friends. On the side, the same so called friends like Rashmi, who cried copious tears at his funeral, were seen partying a few days later. The video went viral. You can see it on Twitter. KRK in his video said that Cooper Hospital had released the PM report, leaving cause of death blank, as they were waiting for the viscera report. So, how was the announcement of his natural death by way of heart attack made on what basis? So that's a question, I'm asking you as well, viewers. Yes, back to you, Jaidev.
Yeah, a case has been filed against Salman Khan, Farhan Akhtar, Anupam Kher, and dozens of other celebrities for revealing the identity of a rape victim. So the complaint was filed under IPC Section 228 against Bollywood actors Anupam Kher, Farhan Akhtar, Ajay Devgan, Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan, Ravi Teja, Rakul Preet Singh, Allu Sirish, Charme Kaur, and several others. So, a Delhi based lawyer, Gaurav Gulati, has filed a case against 38 Bollywood and Tollywood celebrities, including Salman Khan, Farhan Akhtar, and Akshay Kumar, for revealing the identity of a rape victim. 2 years after the horrific rape and murder of a doctor just outside of Hyderabad shocked the entire nation, the lawyer has demanded immediate arrest of the celebrities for revealing the name and identity of the rape victim on social media. Salman Khan on December 1, 2019, had made two social media posts on the incident, urging people to not let Beti Bachao be a mere campaign, while Anupam Kher had tagged the Union Home Minister demanding a death penalty for rapists. The complaint was filed under IPC section 228A against all these Bollywood actors. So the lawyer has also filed a petition in Tees Hazari court alleging that the celebrities have acted irresponsibly. Reportedly, Gulati feels that instead of setting an example for common people, the celebrities have broken a law sending out a wrong message. Hence, the lawyer has sought an immediate arrest of all of these celebrities. So, as per Section 228A of the Indian Penal Code, disclosing the identity of a victim is a punishable offense. Anyone found violating the law is liable for imprisonment or a fine. The case pertains to the horrific rape of a doctor in Hyderabad, the brutal nature of which has shocked the entire nation. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bombay court temporarily restrains access to Salman Bhai game. If I don't know whether you are aware, there's a game called Salman Bhai game, which is allegedly based on Salman Khan's hit and run case. Granting relief to the Bollywood actor Salman Khan, a Bombay civil court has ordered temporary restraint on access to an online mobile game titled Salman Bhai, allegedly based on the hit and run case connected with the actor. The court noted that the maker of the game, the images and the mechanical features have been given impressionistic resemblance to Salman Khan. On the note, it observed when the plaintiff has not given any consent for installing, preparing, and running such a game, which is very similar to his identity, and the case which was against him, certainly his right to privacy is being deprived and is also tarnishing his image. The judge, K.M. Jeshwan, has granted a temporary injunction in the matter, restraining Parody Studios Private Limited from disseminating, launching, relaunching, and recreating the game or any other content related to the actor. The injunction also restrains the defendant from making any derogatory remarks against Salman Khan by exploiting and making available the game or in any manner whatsoever which tends to injure him or his family members in the manner. Further, they've been directed to immediately take down, block, disable access to the game from Google Play stores and all other platforms. A case filed has been a case has been filed against Salman Khan, Akshay Kumar, Ajay
Yeah,
Devgan, and
this,
35
yeah,
others.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we have read out this.
Yeah.
And, an FIR has been filed against actor Rajat Bedi
Yeah.
for hitting a man with his car. The victim is in critical condition. So an FIR has been filed against Rajat Bedi for, the hitting a man with his car.
Yeah.
Now, the actor has been, a case has been registered against the actor in Mumbai's DA Nagar police station for the accident. So the actor brought the injured Rajesh Dutt to Cooper Hospital. So again, I wonder why everything is, there's only one hospital in Bombay, it seems, which is Cooper Hospital. So he told the hospital that he had hit Rajesh with his car as per media. Now, according to media, Rajesh's family said that the actor promised to help them. However, he left sometime later and didn't return. Milind Kurde, the senior inspector at the DN Nagar police station, told the media that an FIR has been registered against Rajat Bedi under relevant sections of the IPC and Motor Vehicles Act. No arrest has been made yet. Rajesh's wife, Babita Dutt, said the incident happened at 6:30 p.m. when my husband was returning from work and he was drunk. Actor Rajat Bedi, who was driving his car, hit my husband when he was crossing the road. He fell down, sustaining injuries to the back of his head. She added, at the hospital, Bedi told us that my husband suddenly came in front of the car. He assured us help and said that both he and his driver Suresh were there at the hospital. But after some time, he said that he was leaving briefly, but never came back. Informing about Rajesh's health condition, the doctor told media his condition is too critical as he has sustained head injuries. He is in the ICU and on oxygen support. He urgently needs blood. So, yeah, I mean, like, every day some incident or the other is happening, and it all seems to come
And
to
these,
Cooper Hospital.
yeah, and these actors are also
Yeah,
immune to anything. I mean, they can hit
exactly.
anybody and just get away with the murder. Meanwhile, the Rabia Saifi civil defense officer case, in which a female police officer was abducted, gang raped, and murdered by a mysterious gang in Delhi, has stirred the nation and shocked people. Rabia Saifi, who was 21, worked in the Delhi police and had joined the department just 4 months ago. She was also a civil defense volunteer in Delhi. In this situation, Rabia Saifi, who went to work on August 26, did not return home. Her parents searched several places and couldn't find the daughter. So her parents complained to the police station in this regard. Subsequently, they went to the district collector's office and filed a petition as there seemed to be no information about the daughter. Later, her body was found on the roadside. She had stab wounds, around 50 stab wounds in her body, and was gang raped. The information released in the autopsy report of the police investigation has shocked her family members and others. Rabia Saifi was allegedly gang raped and stabbed to death in several places on her body. She was kidnapped and murdered by a mysterious gang and was put to extreme pain by being mutilated so that the evidence cannot be found. Later, Nizamuddin, one of her friends, surrendered at the police station claiming that he had killed her. During the initial investigation by the police, it was alleged that Nizamuddin and Rafia Saif were married, and Rabia Saif were married, and Rabia's parents did not accept the marriage, and they were both living alone. According to the police, Nizamuddin also said that he killed Rabia during a dispute between them. But to note, there was no evidence nor certificate of their marriage. Rabia's relatives, who have denied the allegations, says she was sexually abused and murdered. Relatives said the accused Nizamuddin is a friend of Rabia Saif. He is alleged to have sexually assaulted her, and 4 of his friends as well were a part of it. They killed Rabia Saifi for fear that she would tell people, this outside. Both of Rabia's breasts were cut. There are injuries in many places on the body. Her private parts have been mutilated. The police should investigate the matter further and find out the truth. Many people are trending the hashtag Justice for Rabia on Twitter. In this regard, following the incident, the people of Delhi are forwarding, protest also seeking justice for Rabia Saifi amidst the COVID spread. Hashtag on justice for Rabia Saif is trending on Twitter and other social media. Meanwhile, friends, I'd just like to tell you about a tweet from SSR's sister, Shweta Sinkirti, which I found a little odd, or you can say a little strange, about, she was writing, tweeting about Siddharth's demise. She said, "You will be missed, Siddharth, gone too soon. Hope your soul rests in peace. I wonder why God calls all the good ones early." To which I also responded, did God call them or were they eliminated by men themselves? So here, friends, I just want to ask you, everybody knows that Sushant's was a murder. He did not die a natural death. So your comments are, you can give me your comments in the comment box, or you could join us. I'll just give you the link.
Yeah, I just have one more piece of news.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there has been arrest of another Bollywood actor.
Yeah.
The arrest of Bollywood actress Leena Maria Paul by the Economic Offences Wing of Delhi Police on Sunday for allegedly helping her boyfriend Sukesh Chandrasekhar in extorting 200 crore rupees from a businessman's wife. Is learned to have Hyderabad connections as well.
Yeah.
The police have invoked the stringent Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime (MCOCA) Act against Leena Paul. She was originally a Malayalam actress who acted in the film 2013 made Bollywood film Madras Cafe and another film Biryani in the same year. The arrest follows an FIR registered on August 7 after former Fortis healthcare promoter Shivinder Mohan Singh's wife Aditi Singh informed police that a man posing as a senior official of the Law Union Ministry offered to help her secure bail for her husband, who was in jail at that time in a money laundering case. Investigation revealed that Leena Paul's boyfriend Chandrasekhar, and accused in 21 cases, including the Election Commission bribery case, had made the call to Aditi Singh from Rohini jail, where he was lodged and running an extortion racket from the jail. Inquiries reveal that Leena Paul has a link with a similar extortion case in Hyderabad in connection with a CBI case against former Telugu Desam Party MP from Narsarapet Rayapati Sambasiva Rao. It may be recalled that the CBI had filed a case against Rayapati for alleged bank fraud after conducting a series of raids on his residence and offices in January 2020. Days after the CBI raids, two people from identified themselves as CBI officers approached him for a bribe in order to bail him out of the case. The two people, Mani Vardhan Reddy from Hyderabad and Selvam Ramraj from Madurai, were later arrested by the CBI. So during the investigation, it was revealed that the duo had approached Rayapati at the behest of Leena Maria Paul and Sukesh, who had a conspiracy to extort money from Rayapati. It is not immediately known whether Rayapati had paid them any bribe or not, but the CBI had busted the racket. It also issued lookout notice for her but could not catch her. The latest statement from Delhi police said that they arrested two associates of Chandrasekhar who had operated for him from outside the Rohini prison, besides two prison officials who helped them. So during the course of investigation, the police had found that a manager of bank in Connaught Place and his two associates were involved in the dubious transactions for circulation of funds and arrangement of cash. So yeah, this is quite surprising, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So let me just add Monica. Monica's joining us. Welcome, Monica.
Hi, Minaji,
How are
and
you?
hi,
Monica.
Jadif. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, just regarding this case, right? So I
yeah,
just wanted to know, like, Rabia's mom was
mhm,
actually called to the cop station, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
there she was, was she giving a different kind of statement there?
I don't
It
think,
was
no,
in the
no,
news?
no, I don't
Was
think,
it not?
yeah, no,
Oh.
no, I don't think,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
So I must have been misinformed
yeah,
because
yeah,
there was a little bit of news going on that there, she was giving a different statement to what
yeah,
had
yeah,
happened to a child.
yeah. But that could be, that
That
would be
was
strange.
not.
Yeah, that would be
Oh,
strange. Coming from a mother,
okay.
isn't it? If she did that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Perhaps,
So
see, they
maybe,
were living separately from the parents because their
yeah.
marriage was not an approved one. So,
Okay,
perhaps, yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because there was a lot of different news going around. Okay,
yeah,
maybe I'm wrong then. Okay.
yes,
That's all I wanted to ask, actually,
yeah,
and yeah, it's very sad what had
yeah.
happened. Just
Let's look at, yeah, let's look at what Kabita said. Why Mahesh Bhatt, who gave all possible views about SSR's unstable mental condition and suicidal thoughts, why that Mahesh Goon is not yet. See, this is the exact question, Kabita, that's been going on in my mind today. The main person who needs to be questioned is Mahesh Bhatt. You remember what Rabia Khan said when she was
yes.
standing at the funeral of her daughter. He said, don't, act smart, otherwise you will also
Mm-hmm.
be buried with
मुझे
her.
भी सुला देंगे. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
he
yeah.
said.
So
Yeah,
we have to
yeah.
be, your question is so right. This is the key
Mm-hmm.
person who needs to be questioned, you know,
And do you know his name is common in all these cases?
all these
There's
cases,
one name that keeps coming up, and
in
that's
all.
his. He's
Yeah,
a common link. So I don't know
yes,
why the cops are not doing anything about it. You know,
yeah,
he's a common link.
yeah. Here also another
Anyway,
very interesting comment from Sun. People don't make Rabia's case into Hindu-Muslim fight. The fact that such a horrendous crime has happened to her. She's a girl first. She's like our child.
absolutely.
I'm choking,
Yes.
typing this. Yeah. So let's see some other comments. Dia. Also, I saw one video where Paras and Mahira were waiting outside the gate to enter inside, and they were asking kisko phone karna hai, and someone said Vikas ko. See, there was a lot of activity going on, and as I mentioned to you, friends, these very friends who were mourning and crying crocodile tears, a
Hmm.
couple of days later are seen dancing, you know,
Like
and uh,
nothing happened.
and apparently in the tweet it's also said that, see, one of the ladies, which is Rashmi, said that, see, please don't show this, please don't show this. So what is
Mm.
all this hangama about? I mean, who are you
What's there
trying
to
to
hide?
impress? Yeah, who
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
trying to impress? You're talking about the public who are
yeah,
already well aware of what's happening. Now you all are
yeah.
begging, right from Kangana to every director is begging for theaters to be opened because they have
Absolutely,
absolutely no money left. So you remember, nothing can sway the public. Only truth,
absolutely.
only truth, and the fact that if you protect the common citizen, public will remain with you. Otherwise, they won't.
And someone has mentioned here also about how, old for Fossil's son was
Yeah.
involved in the 2611 case. So this
Yes.
family has been doing this for a very long time. You
Yeah.
know, I'm surprised they are out and about like it's nothing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Mrs.
Ms.
Srinivasan.
Srinivasan. Hello,
Yeah,
can you
ma'am, could you
hear?
Oh, I
speak?
think I should.
Yeah. I think you're on mute, ma'am.
Mute.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
audible. Just speak a little louder.
Yeah, I know there is some disturbance. Anyway, I
Yeah,
want to
please.
say both of you are doing great job. Meena ji,
Thank
Thank you.
you.
hats off to
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
I've just joined, I hardly 3, 4 months. I'm watching your program. In fact, even YouTube and all I've just started, but I'm hats off. I just hope something good comes from all of this.
Yeah.
Tyra, I mean, it's really, it's so
Ma'am,
nice to see
see, I'll
people
tell
like
you.
you.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, Mrs. Srinivasan, I'll tell you something which upsets,
Yeah,
people
you can
who
call
are
me. Hello,
fighting.
Savvy. Hello, my name is
Yes?
Savitri. You
Yeah?
can call me Savvy. That's it.
Okay, Savi, okay. So, Savi, what is
Okay.
disappointing many of us is the fact that, see, we need the strength of the family. when we fight for SSR case.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is very, I'm not making any
Absolutely.
comments against them, but we need people like Rabia Khan, because this has not
Yeah.
been a, one-day fight. It has been over a year and 2 months. And, see, we need
You bet.
strength from the people related to SSR.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's very
feel even
important.
Siddharth something. I just hope.
Fishy.
Yeah, see, I would like to add one more point. See,
Yes,
in the case of Nirbaya's mother also like fought for so many years,
absolutely. Yeah.
with full dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
And yeah,
relentless. Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Here, but
Absolutely.
I
there
think next time I'll
also,
keep
you know,
another. There's something with my earplugs. I'll change it.
But you're audible. It's fine.
I'm
it's
Yeah.
limited.
clear. It's clear, Sabi. It's clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Thank you
here
so
also,
much.
there,
Lovely being here, and hats off. All the best to all of us.
thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much,
much.
Sabi.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye bye,
bye.
dear.
Bye.
Yes. So what I, wanted to say is that, see, even in the Nirbhaya case, Jaydev, see, the Congress played a very dirty game, because
Yeah.
when Nirbhaya was dead, she was, brain dead. So at
Hmm.
that time, the whole country was, fighting, for, to know the truth. And what they did was to fool the public. They
Hmm.
flew her to Singapore
To
and put her in
yeah,
Apollo
yeah.
Hospital. Apollo
Right,
Hospital.
right.
And then,
Yes.
fearing even more problem, what they did was they brought her back, and very silently they cremated her, only with a few people present, which was the
Hmm.
top party people, 2 or 3, and
Right.
and the parents. So why
Hmm.
was this all done in a hush hush? They were
Mm.
hiding many things. Even the
Yeah.
the bus that was used for the rape belonged to a Congress MLA.
Hmm.
Okay, and then there was a mysterious death of one of the men who raped in the prison itself. Okay, so there was a
Mm.
lot of things, Jaydev, at that time also, that were very fishy, and they were busy covering it up. And then the
Yeah.
Congress party gave the Nirbhaya's brother a
Yeah.
sort of this thing, payment for his engineering college, and they gave them a
No,
Mm.
flat.
no, my point is that
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
her own mother fought
yeah.
so
Stood
many
with her,
years, right?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
she stood by her like a
even in
rock.
the case of
Yeah.
SSR, like the family has to be more aggressive, in my opinion. Like
Yes.
they have to
Yeah,
ask
what
questions,
Absolutely.
pertinent questions.
exactly, exactly. And Simona is
Absolutely.
saying, yeah, Simona is saying, it's so strange that none of Sushant's families are making any effort to fight for him, as if they were also fighting with him because he was doing good and hardly have time to be with them. So this is a very important point, and that's a disappointment that many of us feel, Monica. You know,
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't know if they are under some kind of pressure, but we do want them to come out and
Exactly.
we do want them to, have our back, because
yeah,
it's like we are
Monica,
fighting for
that's
you, you
okay.
know?
See, if they're if they're under threat, it's fine. But if you
Mm-hmm.
put tweets like God took them away, so so
Mm,
soon, it is
yeah,
actually sort of misguiding
misguiding. Yeah, yeah,
people,
yeah.
because that was not a natural death. Everybody knows
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sushant was murdered very gruesomely,
That
and there are
that
many people
put
involved in it.
thoughts in my head. Yeah, but
Yeah, and there are
I
many
mean, I
people
don't really
involved
know
in it.
how to react to
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah,
it's not God. God would never do such a thing.
But there's
yeah.
I think there's a tiny ray of hope with the Patna High Court
Oh,
Yes,
ruling yesterday,
yes,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
yes,
No, that's a
yes,
good news.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
that's a good
there's
news.
a yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gurbinder is saying, ma'am, until public was in sleep, the Bollywood enjoyed, and now the public
Mm,
won't leave as they have risen from the long sleep. Yes, until justice
mhm,
for Sushant Singh is served. Yes, that's very
mm,
true.
mhm.
And then, yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Srinivasan says, yes, I have my doubts with their intention when so many are fighting. Savina says, has anyone watched Faisal Khan's recent interview with Ronak
Oh,
and a
I
few
saw
other
it.
channels? Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
literally blew his brother Amir Khan's cover big time. So many parallels. Do watch. In
yes.
fact, Sabina and Monica, we've covered a complete story on what all he has done to his brother. Okay,
Right.
so these facts are open, and in fact, now we hear that he has one more brother, Amir Khan. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, by the name of Haider or something. He has one more
Yeah, I
brother.
had that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the things are getting
And
stranger.
I was so
Yeah.
shocked with the kind of revelations he was saying, that it was pretty much like what Sushant went through as well, admitting him in a mental health facility against his wish. I mean, he's an adult. If he doesn't want to go somewhere, like, how can you force someone to
Yeah.
admit
Here
themselves
also,
in a you
yeah.
know
Here again, see, Dia is saying, I also heard Siddharth used to take drugs and he went to rehab before Big Boss ban. I feel not all people
mm,
take drugs willingly. Is it that some people are also trapped and then forced? See,
mm,
here, Dia, one point I want to make very clear. This discussion was made by Rashmi and another person in Big Boss. Okay?
mhm.
It was only a conversation. Nobody said that he was in rehab. So
Right.
when two people talk, it could be gossip.
Mhm,
Okay? So this is to put ideas. For example, Dia, I'll give you another example. Yesterday, I saw an article where they said that Siddharth has dated 7 girls.
mhm.
Okay. Now the man is dead. Okay.
Right.
Who's going to tell? Who's going to,
Yeah.
say that, see, I
Why
know it was 8 or 100
why is
girls.
that a concern now? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
No, here,
yeah.
very
Yeah.
clearly, Monica, what they're trying to do, but you have to
Mhm,
be very clever to understand that they're trying to
mhm.
malign his character and to
Right.
make the lady, Mother Teresa.
Mm.
Okay.
Like,
And
she's
why
all
they're
good
doing it?
and he's all
Yeah.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why they're doing it, you know, uh, there would be other reasons. But
Mhm,
what I read after that was also Ekta is going to give her a big project.
mhm,
Now, why do you get a present or why do you get a gift? You get a gift when you do something well.
mhm.
Okay. Now,
Absolutely.
here I'll just leave it to you. Perhaps you'll have to, you're all intelligent people. So you should
Mhm,
understand, see, now what is, why a lady, a young girl like her is being given gifts. Okay. And
mhm.
why a gift in the way of production or whatever. So
Absolutely.
that's something, Monica,
Yes.
which is,
I
which
think
is,
Tangam is talking about some lady Swati who was killed in Chennai. Is that it? She
uh,
was killed in Chennai
you
at
mean
a
the
railway
video?
station or something like that.
Okay. Let me just see where she is.
Swati.
Tangam, did she just
Swati was
say
killed
it
in
now?
Chennai. Tangam M. Let's talk about Swati who was killed in Chennai railway station. That's also fishy.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
What she's saying. Let's talk about Swati, who was killed in Chennai, Nungambakkam railway station. That's also fishy. About this case, I'm not aware, Tangam. So
Yeah,
perhaps
we'll
you
have
could,
to do research. We'll
yeah,
have
yeah,
to,
you
yeah.
could elucidate this one. So here again, going back to what Dia said. So these things are most probably rumors. Okay, when a very handsome, tall young man from Bihar
Hmm.
becomes
Hmm.
successful. Why was he
Right.
relegated only to television? And
Oh
why were
yeah.
they trying to
Yeah. Absolutely.
relegate SSR only into television? Because the 7 big production homes said they won't give him
Mhm.
any films. He can do television.
Yeah.
Why?
They wanted to out him, right?
Yes.
That was the whole
So
goal.
yeah. So when you have a hero who's better looking than you, younger than you, and younger than the whole cabal, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the next thing is, if he doesn't comply, if
Hmm.
Basuli doesn't work with him, or
Yeah.
other things don't work with him, then the
Hmm.
ultimate thing is his end. It's very obvious.
Absolutely.
And also here, I want to draw another parallel, viewers. Jaydev, we would also note because you've been also researching on Janvi Kukreja.
Hmm.
You remember, Janvi Kukreja's parents also thanked the police profusely,
Right.
for helping them in,
Helping them.
yeah, yeah. Now, in which way did they help them? I'm not sure. Okay, parents are innocent, and
Hmm.
the mother is absolutely innocent. Okay,
Hmm.
but I want to ask the viewers a question, as in how did they help them? For example, they just say that
Hmm.
the two friends are the killers. Now, the two friends are too small to, sort of stab this woman or to you wound this woman 48 times in her body.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then her body lies in a pool of blood. This is all not
Hmm.
possible by youngsters
It's
unless
not
there were
possible.
some
Yeah.
assassins there, who did this for a certain purpose. So,
Mm-hmm.
whenever this thing about, when they say thank you to the police, I always get
Hmm.
jittery because there is something behind that.
Yeah, I
that
found that odd as well. Like, why would they? I mean, okay, look, I'm not saying anything. Okay, I'm not saying that they are wrong or they are somehow involved in something that
yeah,
they should
yeah,
not be involved in. But
yes,
all I'm saying is that it's weird. Like, it just puts thoughts in your head. Like, why are you praising them? Have they done something exceptional that we don't know about?
yeah.
Like,
I'll tell
because we
you.
didn't see
See, there was a
anything.
there was a case, Jaydev and
Yeah.
Monica. See, there was a case
Hmm.
in New Zealand. Okay, a
Okay.
young girl who was sort of hitchhiking. She
Hmm.
went to to New Zealand, and
Hmm.
she befriended a stranger,
Right.
a
Okay.
sort of a weird character who finally killed her,
Hmm.
took her to his room and killed her. But how
Hmm.
well the police investigated the case. Okay, they found
Hmm.
all the CCTV footage, and they
Hmm.
found this girl accompanying this man to the hotel. Okay, now
Right.
everything was done. They found out that this man was a weird sex abuser who's been abusing
Hmm.
other women.
Right.
All this was found out through the whole process. Then what
Hmm.
happened? It was the main police officer who did all this. Okay, and the work was done pretty fast. Now, what
Hmm.
New Zealand did was the prime minister apologized, saying that,
Hmm.
see, my country is safe, and such
Right.
things don't happen. I want to apologize to the parents that a wrong picture has been painted, and we
Has
will
been painted to us.
ensure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll ensure. Okay,
Yeah.
and this police officer actually goes to UK to
Hmm.
apologize to the parents, and the parents at that time, the parents
Hmm.
say thank you to the police, because the police
Mm.
discovered the crime and
Yeah.
nailed the culprit. Okay, here
Absolutely.
on,
Yeah.
here on what basis are these people thanking the police?
Exactly,
Nothing has
man.
been solved.
Yes, that's the thing.
Nothing has
Because
been solved.
her
In
case has
fact,
not been solved. So what
yeah,
are you
in fact,
thanking
everything
her
has been
for?
hidden. Everything has
Yeah.
been hidden. Everything has been removed. You know.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
So
I see where
these
you're
are
coming
things.
from. Yeah.
Yeah. So these things are sort of upsetting.
But
Absolutely.
sorry, Jessica Lal case was, like sort of
That's the thing.
successfully they found the
Case
murderer,
the
right?
case has not been
KB,
solved.
can
So
you?
what are you
Everything
thanking
has
her
been
for?
Yes,
hidden.
I'll just do that.
Everything
Yeah.
has been hidden. Everything has been removed.
Sorry.
Yeah. Welcome,
Hi,
KB.
KB.
Welcome, KB. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hi,
I
Jyoti.
had one
KB.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Yeah.
Om Namah
Om
Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya. I'm sorry, I'm a little late in joining in.
Yeah, Jaydev, you were saying something about
Yes,
Jessica.
Jessica Lal, please continue.
Yeah. See, KB, I think you have to. There's an echo when I'm talking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was talking about the Jessica Lal case. Like, the case has been solved, right? Like, we found who the murderer is, and it was done in a very efficient manner. So the same kind of efficiency, if it is carried out in all this SSR case, Disha case, we want that kind of efficiency to be seen, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's just an
So
observation
here
from
also,
my.
KB,
Yeah.
see, KB and Monica, Jaydev. See, in the Janvi Kukreja case, what I found odd was, the police were saying that, Janvi's, the friend that had gone with them and who is the accused number one, had a very bad temper, and he used to fight with people, and that's what they saw, because his shirt was covered in blood, and he went home and he changed his shirt, and he was very conniving and all that. Okay,
Right.
now this is something that the police is projecting to the public and to the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if see, for example, now if they say that Siddharth was a playboy, now Siddharth is
Mm-hmm.
not there. Okay, you can build any sort of stories about him. So,
Yeah.
character assassination can happen to anybody. So, I don't think it's
Mm-hmm.
right for the Mumbai police to come to any jump to any conclusions that just because a friend said he's he's ill-tempered, or
Like they say, that they do not defend themselves, so they
yes,
just, they find it just easy. I mean, that's what they did with Sushant as well. That,
yes,
oh, he
yes,
was this, he was that, he was depressed, because the date can't come. He can't
yeah,
come back now and say that, look, that's a lie.
yeah, yeah,
You're bullshitting me. But
mhm,
it's like, they find an
yeah.
easy way out.
Yeah.
You
In
know.
fact, there's a good comment from Chitra. She says,
Mhm.
our politicians and Bollywood cabal have robbed the masses of human dignity by oppressing them. This, especially in a country
Mhm.
and culture that preached about ahimsa and see divinity in everything. So
Mhm.
true. I mean, so well, put together by Chitra. Yes, Gaby? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're on mute.
All the viewers. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes.
You're audible. Welcome, Marty.
Welcome. Okay. Good evening to all the viewers here
Welcome.
and all of you. My view is, firstly, I would like to talk about what Jaidev was just talking about, justice.
Yes.
As Arnab says, justice should be seen to be delivered.
Yes.
Not only justice is delivered, it should be seen to be delivered. So the public should know that, yes, justice is being done. This is the aspect regarding Jessica Lal you were talking about.
Yes.
Okay, coming to this Jhanvi Kukreja case, and even in the Siddharth case, what I feel is that it's as if the police want us to believe a particular story.
Yes.
It is not the fact, but they, like they say, a lie 100 times repeated sounds like a truth.
There's
There's a saying. Yeah.
See, I tell you, why there is a doubt, is because, just a sec. Yeah, why there is a doubt is because, see, what was this Trimuke doing at the Cooper Hospital? Okay, now why I'm saying is Trimuke has to do his job. Anyway, he's the Mumbai police, but why does Trimuke have a suspicious, label? Is because every time Riya Chakravarti went to the NCB, she would come back and report everything to this guy. Now, this same man, KB and Monica and Jaidev, the same man was also there at the Jhanvi Kukreja case. Okay, he was also there in the Sushant case. Now you see, so these are three cases we are talking about. We are talking about Sushant, we are talking about Jhanvi Kukreja, and we are talking now about Siddharth. So when this man lurks around, somehow I feel there's something wrong here, KB.
Yes. In fact, there's one more thing that you missed out. That was on February 2020, when the TCP, Mr. Singh, Sushant's brother-in-law, had sent him the WhatsApp message.
Yes.
It had come to the same person, and he did not act on it, and rather the cabal was alerted about it.
Absolutely.
So that was the starting point. And somehow, I don't know, I have no evidence as such, but the sixth sense says that he is part of that Waze and Pradeep Sharma gang. It seems like.
Yes. I always thought that we
escaped the trap.
Yes.
And then the common factor is there. And another thing I wanted to point out is about the character assassination of this Siddharth, that he had 7 girlfriends. Is there any rule that says you cannot have more than X number of girlfriends?
What was that about?
I mean, it's okay if you have broken up with one and moving on with the other. I think in the Bollywood, there are so many people who are having parallel girlfriends. Yeah. What about them?
How many girlfriends?
I should not tell my number then.
Yes, so no one questions them. But when a man is dead and not able to stand up for himself, they can mudsling anything they feel.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's not done. That's human values. Certain things you have to maintain a dignity of a person who's dead. This is one. And then the thing about the family thanking the police in this case, and even in Jhanvi's case, somehow I feel that maybe they are tutored in the background that you have to say this in front of the media.
Yeah, that was my gut feeling as well.
Again, if you ask me for evidence, as the advocate says, I cannot give you evidence. But I think we all have a little basic IQ. We can all understand what is happening behind the scenes. We are being made to fed something on the platter that, look, this is how it happened. This is what happened. Do you think we don't have IQ? Do you think the Indian public is so stupid that they will believe whatever you tell them? How many mouths can they shut?
It's like you can't think for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Monica, we all understand things. And as someone said, this is the new India. The new India is awakening. They are understanding what is right and what is wrong. You cannot just, pull wool over our eyes anymore.
It's like they want us to blindly believe anything, Like the fact that they say something, you have to just be like, okay, yes, you are right. You can't add anything to it. You can't subtract anything from it.
Yeah. Also moving on to what Rohan James says, Salman Bhai, game is awesome.
Yeah, I would love to play that game. I have put it in the comments. that I would love to play that game and bash up. You know,
If we
at,
can't
you
do
know,
it in real, we can do it on the game.
you know, there was a thing that for stress busters.
Yeah.
I remember in my younger days, someone had made a mask of his boss's face, and you have these boxing punching bags.
Yeah.
So he used to have that punching bag sort of thing in his private room. And whenever he was fed up with, he was so irritated with his boss, he used to go into that room and bash up that punching bag. So this game is reminding me of that. I wish I could have used that game some
KB,
and get some pent up fury.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jade. Yeah,
yeah.
Jade.
Yes,
I would
please.
like to add one point to KB. KB, you drive safe, not on the footpath. Just one point of advice.
Sorry, I didn't get you. What did you
I
say?
mean, like learn to drive. You drive? KB?
No, I prefer to have the driver driving. No, I have a license. I can drive, but I don't. I play it safe. Let the driver do his job. Let
Yeah,
him earn
that's
some
good.
money.
Yeah, see, another important point, KB, um, Monica, and Jade. See, PR has started playing the game. They've started playing Sid's mother, that she didn't take him to the hospital despite the fact that he complained of uneasiness. I was actually watching this video that Rags is mentioning. I mean, I couldn't believe it. This lady is blaming the mother, saying that the mother just wouldn't take him to the hospital, and that she kept, delaying it and delaying it. And somewhere, along the line, there's no Shehnaz in the scene at all. So she's saying that, see, this has to be explained why the mother did not, and what drug did the mother give? All these things. How can they do it?
Apparently, he was begging the mom. He was saying, "Look, mom, I'm not well. I'm not well." And she kept saying,
Yeah.
that कि अगले दिन हम चलेंगे, we'll go hospital. But that's my thing. Like, why was she waiting through the night? Like, if my child is not well, I'll bring him now. I'll
No, see,
drive him
again,
to the
no,
hospital now.
Monica, no. Here, Monica, let me
Uh-huh.
let me get one point across, okay?
Okay.
Now, it was not the mother. KB said very clearly the mother lives on the 8th floor, okay? And she came down only when she was called. So who was with him was Shehnaz. And Shehnaz openly said that he died on her lap. So, yes, KB, yeah.
What my point is that
okay.
firstly, everyone who's been a mother knows that when the child is sick, the mother will not delay. The mother will not leave the child to for the situation to aggravate.
Exactly.
She will want to rush to the medical assistance. At least she will phone a doctor and say, "Please come over." If she can't take him away,
Oh,
this is
okay. So
first.
maybe I
Secondly,
was misinformed because
No,
I was
secondly-
thinking that he was begging.
No. So this is one. And secondly, I don't think the mother came to know in the beginning when he was with this woman. And I think, in fact, if you ask me, she is part of the conspiracy. If you
Right.
ask me, I mean, something has happened
Some
and
doubts,
they have
some
waited,
doubts,
or
yes.
maybe there were two. Maybe she was just a mute spectator, and two other people
Yes.
came and they did something. Maybe she was just asked to keep her mouth shut.
Shut. Yeah.
So she's
You
just
know, like
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, KB, like I mentioned yesterday, you remember this psychic readings. What she said was that he had gone for a meeting at 8 o'clock, and perhaps he had eaten something, because when he came back, he was not feeling very well. Now he is not sure. We are talking about this coming through the medium, okay? That whether something was fed to him, and he came back saying that he felt bad. Now he then later, of course, we don't know what happened after that, but he complained about feeling very sick, and that's when they gave the medicine, and apparently he had a heart attack. Now, who did he go to, and which party did he go? Suppose this is true. Now, who did he see? Which people did he meet? And why was a BMW glass broken? So, which means there was some sort of a fight, because what she says is that there is a big political, gang behind this his murder, and the fact that, see, he would not compromise because he had his own integrity, and that's why this happened. Now, just like what you said, KB, so even the lady who is concerned, maybe she was just a spectator, amused spectator. So these are the things that the medium, the psychic tells us. Again, see, this is not for us to whether to believe or not. This is totally up to you. But what I'm saying
Right.
is there is something of a doubt in all our minds that there is something wrong, definitely wrong. Another point is, why so many police in front of his flat?
Oh,
I mean, what are the
absolutely.
police doing?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
see,
yes.
it's only a heart attack. Okay,
Right.
everybody dies of heart attack. Do police come gather there and put a lot of road, this thing,
Right.
obstacles all around, saying that you can't come there, you can't do this, you can't take photographs. So this is something I can't understand at all, at all.
Yeah, even
Right.
not only the public, even the reporters were stopped from going there. They are doing their job. Let them do. He's a public figure. They
Yeah.
were not allowed. But if you recall, on the day we got this information about his death, that was the day we had Vivekanand Gupta on your channel.
Yes.
I remember on that day, it was told that he was he drank a glass of water. And after that, he started feeling uneasy. And immediately I said that water needs to be analyzed.
Yes.
Because it
And
is
you see-
something that he has consumed. This medium crystal thing happened the next day. But on that
Right.
same
Yeah. So here, see, again, Chitra is saying, KB, Chitra is saying something very, very similar. They said the same with SSR case. They said his sister administered some medicine from Delhi that caused his death. Okay.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they are trying to put the blame onto the family every time. But there is something definitely about the food, where he went, what food he ate, who was the people, the company with which he was there. And I'm sure there was something, they were asking him to toe the line on something, which he must have refused, which is why there must have been some altercation. That glass pane has got broken in that altercation. Maybe he was rushing away and they were trying to hold him by breaking the glass. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. It's
And
people
I
can
think on the
believe or not.
first day, there was no news about Shahnaz, right? He was talking about the staff when the news
Yes,
got out.
Monica, yeah.
Yeah, when the news got out, on the first day, I think there was no news about the staff. I mean about Shahnaz. They were still speaking about the staff.
Yes.
Were
What
they
they
not?
said, no, what they said here, I'd like to clarify, Monica.
Right.
See, what they said was, see, the father would have said, see, told his daughter that, see, if you're there at night in his apartment, people will think you're, you have a bad character. So you say you are at a shooting. Now, this is I'm thinking loud. Okay. So the first report that came was that she was at a shooting. Now the girl herself says that, no, I was not at a shooting. I was in his bedroom, and his breath went away when he was on my lap. Okay, so it's very clear.
Sorry, there's
Yes.
one comment from Papia.
Yeah.
Mobile tower से पता चलेगा कि कहाँ गया था सिद्धार्थ S.
Yes.
So from
yes.
the mobile tower,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, you can check that. Yeah.
Yeah, Papia is saying mobile tower से पता चलेगा कि कहाँ गया था Siddharth.
Siddharth.
Yes.
Okay.
What about the CCTV? There are also CCTVs on road junctions.
Yes.
So they can also tell us which way the car went, where it went.
Yeah.
Right.
What about the
Again,
postmortem?
Jaideep, this is also an important point, where Mika says, why parents or family members don't talk to media, but it is the police who break out the news. Exactly. So this is something I don't understand.
I'm sure they are told to keep their mouth shut. There must be something of that sort.
Yeah.
And the fact which Monica talked about, that the girl herself said that he died in my lap. Apparently she is trying to show that how much they were in love, and he breathed his last in her lap. Maybe she was trying to convey that kind of a thing. I don't know. I mean,
But it's possible.
But I'm sure,
we
she's
can't rule out
aware.
anything.
Yeah.
She's aware what.
Yeah, here another point I'd like to make is that KB and Monica and Jerry, see, I'm sure you would have seen excerpts of the Big Boss, where these two people are interacting. And I always find that Siddharth is the laid back guy. And it's always this girl who's, trying to flirt with him or kiss him or, woo him or entice him. Now, I don't know whether that's the pattern of Big Boss where they do all this, because they were saying it's the pattern of Big Boss to do all these things. So
maybe
that
it's
also
scripted also, right? Like it is scripted, like whatever you have to say in Big Boss, I guess I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I always
I
felt like it
always
was
felt like it was
scripted.
scripted.
I may be
Okay.
Yes.
wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, in
Monica.
my
Yeah.
opinion, Monica, would you like to say? Please, please.
No, it's
No,
fine.
no, no,
I
no,
just
it's fine. I just
you can go on.
you can go on.
Okay. So what I understand is, firstly, I don't see Big Boss because I don't like their format.
Hmm.
But what I have come to know after the Siddharth thing is that this Chulman was not very happy about him winning the BB
Yes.
13.
Yes.
He had, I think, an altercation with Manisha Sharma also.
Yes. Yes.
And after that, rumors started doing the rounds that this SS was having an affair with Manisha, which was not true. It was just like mudslinging.
Yes.
And I think, I mean, there is rumors circulating right now. Is that one of the reasons could be that is why he's made it very apparent and tom to everybody that he's going out of India and he's going for his shootings, and all that is just publicity to divert. I mean, so that the thing doesn't fall on his shoulders.
Yeah. Rags is
There's a
saying
strong.
Rags is saying
there were not many policemen when Manzira Bedi's husband passed away. Why police was alert in Sid's case, though he had a fan following after Big Boss, but no, not many could barge into the house just like that.
Yeah, and then another thing is there, the financial angle needs to be looked, because I believe from Big Box itself he got about 2.5 crores in the first round, and then in the second one he got
Right.
another few crores. So I mean, money is something that makes people work in very strange ways.
Money is the
money
root
is
of
the
all
root
evil,
of
you
Now,
say.
yeah, here I'd like to also make a point that I believe that Big Boss, now you can all correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I think programs like Big Boss, which is now available in every state, whether it's under Kamala Hassan or whether it is under Nagarjuna or whether it's under any other top actor who has a very large fan following. The I think the sort of formula is that you get very good, intelligent youngsters in, okay, and they would be completely naive about what's happening, and then you start actually getting them introduced into everything that's dirty, okay, dirty talk, dirty relationships, and fighting, okay, and calling each other bad words, okay. So then building all this kind of hype, and then you create couples with very funny names, like what they did with the recent couple. So what
Yeah.
happens is you get enough TRP, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and in this TRP, you realize that, see, there are certain people who are shining too bright.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if these people shine too bright, and if they do not toe your line,
Mm-hmm.
then the next step starts. Okay, so this is what I noticed in Sid's case, because Sid, even in even like you, KB, I don't watch Big Boss, but after he died, I watched some excerpts. Okay, in one excerpt, I found him really lashing out to Salman Khan, saying that, see, in my house we do not have a difference between girls and boys. We were all treated
Mm-hmm.
equally. So I don't see girls as inferior beings. Okay. And when Salman Khan tried to, intervene, he said, please, let me talk. Okay.
Right.
So suddenly Sid was known as the strong macho guy who
Mm-hmm.
could take on anybody, including Salman Khan.
Mm-hmm.
So when he won the show, it became a big blow for the person who was hosting it. Now, here, I'd like to make a point, KB, Monica and Jaydev, that Karan Johar recently gave a crocodile-teared, sob, this thing about Siddharth. This is another man we do not trust. Okay, so we do not know who is worse, whether it's the earlier guy or whether it's the guy who's come now.
Yeah. No, but
See,
Too many
in my
yeah.
snakes.
many snakes.
yes, Monica, please share.
Yeah, so
Yeah. So
like, and also because he was
also
an
because
outsider, so Salman would have hated being put at his place, because he's just used to doing what he wants to do. I mean, he has trashed people on his show. So for Sid to come out and say, hey, please, let me have my space, and
Here,
let me talk. He's not going to
interesting,
take well to
Monica.
that, okay?
Yeah, very interesting, Monica.
Yeah.
Here, I'd like to mention, because you said that there was
Yeah.
a shooting that was being done with Salman Khan, and he had to say something very simple, but he couldn't
Okay.
do it, and he had to do the take about 25 times. This is all
Oh my
again
God.
in reports, and he couldn't do it. It was just a simple. So you see, the IQ level of perhaps Sid or Sushant,
Mhm.
is all way too high.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
that also cannot be perhaps acceptable for certain people. Yes.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I want to
So
add
he
one
was
point here.
insecure.
Yeah, Jaideep.
Yeah, I want to add one point. If we go back in the past, right? Like Vivek Oberoi had a bad sort of enmity with Salman Khan, right? Then in one award show, Vivek Oberoi, sort of apologized by hand gestures to Salman Khan, right? I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yeah, I've
Now,
seen that. I've seen that.
if
Yeah.
if Vivek Oberoi is the son of a very big actor in Bollywood, and in spite of that, why is he afraid of Salman Khan? That's the question.
Yeah, and
He's
why
not.
why should he apologize for something that he
Yeah,
doesn't feel
exactly.
sorry for?
Yeah, yeah. In my opinion, it is more of an ego clash. It is more of ego is one thing. The second thing is jealousy.
Yes.
Because if a 40-year-old actor becomes popular and does the stunts and everything himself, no one would want to look at a 60-year-old.
Yes.
I think that
And
must be the inferiority complex must be behind it.
yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
So Mittal is saying suddenly we find entire Bollywood speaking out for him. Also, Big Boss clan showing complete sympathy for Shehnaz and only talking about feeling bad for her, but not at all talking about Siddharth. Yes, this is very true, Mittal. What you're saying, it's very true.
yeah, but ma'am, I would like to say one thing is just like
Please,
we have all realized what Bollywood is actually, the underbelly has been exposed.
Yes.
And we know what is the true colors of these people and to what levels they have stooped.
Yes.
That's why we are boycotting Bollywood. At least I have, since the day Sushant died, I have stopped, except for his movie, which I saw Dil Bechara on the OTT. I have not looked at any movie. I mean, I somehow feel hatred looking at them now. That's one thing.
Yes.
Even the KBC and the Kapil Sharma show and all, I've just stopped watching. And even I tell my people, I say, don't watch. I discourage them from watching. So also my request is that the people who watch Big Boss be aware of how it's trying to corrupt your family members. A person means we are all watching together. So it's the children also who are watching and everyone else is watching. So look at some content which will add value. Look at Discovery. Look at other things. I mean, even there are some nice religious channels. You can even see Animal Planet or National Geographic. Learn so many things. There are cartoons for children. There are educative things like
Absolutely.
Amar and things like that. Why can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Big Boss, that's
also
all they
KB
do. They
and
fight the
Malika,
entire day.
also
That's all they do.
there are many entertaining social dramas in Turkish movies and serials and Korean
Yes.
movies, Japanese movies. There are so many things that do not have all this. So there's a lot of entertainment there if you really search
And it
for it.
really opens your mind up, Minaji. It really opens up your mind. Like, okay, like this is also another way of living life.
Yes.
Like if you watch shows like Big Boss, you don't learn anything. That's all they're doing: affairs, fighting.
You won't believe it,
That's
Monica.
all.
Yeah, you won't
Yeah.
believe it. See, my driver was telling us that
Mhm.
his son, and his son was only around 8 or 10, that his son, his daughter, and his wife are hooked on to Big Boss. And the moment
Oh
it
God.
turns on, the full duration, they don't do anything else except watch it. Okay, so it's corrupting the youth without, it's 100% corrupting the youth. Now, there's a very
Yes.
good point from Tejal, who says, my husband worked at Mumbai airport. He shared stories about how drunk is Salman and his bodyguard and how they insulted his fans. See, look at that.
It's not done. But there's another thing is that earlier times we had serials like Bunyad, we had serials like Nukkar, where the entire family could watch. There was no slang used, there were no dirty words used, and it was, you could enjoy it with the family.
Yeah.
I remember those times, Hum Log. We used to have those kind of serials.
Yes.
But nowadays, look at the serials. I mean, they're corrupting, they're spoiling the young minds.
Yes.
This is one thing I want to say. And the other thing is about continuing from yesterday. It was, I mean, already more than 1.5 hours. so I didn't want to share. I'll share one experience, and I'll share something with the viewers. Is that when the people, especially the parents who have to go out to work, now that COVID has again, people have started going out to work and work from home has become less. So we are always worried that my children will be watching things in my absence. God knows what my child is watching. So at least you ensure for the parental lock,
Yeah.
so that they don't go to the channels which are detrimental for them.
Yeah.
This is one thing I want to say, because I'll share one experience that I used to visit somebody's house, and this youngster, he's around 14, 15. He used to always come and ask me, Auntie, can I have your mobile? What you want to do? I want to play games. And I used to wonder why he's not taking his parents' mobile, why he's taking my mobile to play. Okay, so I had one thing is I used to always put it on aeroplane mode and then give it, because I was scared that the child may dial by mistake, and he may dial my boss by mistake. And
Sometimes I do that with my kids too.
So I used to give it him in airplane mode, which is why he could never access the net.
Right.
And he was interested actually later on. After 3-4 tries, he was asking me, Auntie, आपके फोन में ये नहीं आता है हॉट, ऐसे तुमको क्या देखना है? नहीं, हमको हॉटस्टार देखना है, अमेज़न देखना है. ऐसे तुमको हॉटस्टार में क्या देखना है? You sit beside me. And then he whispers to me and says, BF. I said, वो क्या होता है? And then I got the thing and I told his parents separately, not in front of him. I said, you be careful. This child at 14, he's aware of these things.
Yes.
So that means you are not monitoring him. And they said, what to do? We go out. So my thing to parents is that please watch over your children and please put the parental lock and ensure that they don't take the visitors' mobiles and go to the prohibited sites.
Yeah.
I'm like a helicopter mom. I'm always after my girls. What are you watching? What are you eating? They're like, give me a break.
So here, Mita is saying, it's so obvious in the looks of Shah Rukh, Hrithik, Deepika, Manoj Bajpayee, and many TV actors that they're druggies, as they look so worn out. Yes, and tanned. Yes, absolutely.
In fact, they look much older than their age. They think they look attractive, no doubt, but they don't. You can see the haggardness in their face.
That's what illusion does to us.
Here also, I'd like to make a point. I don't know whether you saw this ad where Ajay Devgan is running, looking for someone, and they finally ends up finding Shah Rukh Khan, and they share this whatever pan parag kind of thing. Okay. Now here also, what I want to tell you guys is that ads are only given to people who are a part of the cabal. Okay. We don't see all these youngsters. Have you ever seen Siddharth in an ad? Never. Okay. What about the other people? We never find other people, other young actors and actresses in any ads. Why is it the same Kiara or the same, Saif's daughter or, Deepika in the ads? Why are we not seeing youngsters?
And the funny thing is, Saif's daughter, Sarah, right?
Yeah.
She's part of some army sort of web series in Discovery. It's so funny.
Yeah.
What has she got to do with the army, right? Like,
yeah. So here, Tasneem makes a very good point. She says, Crystal said on channeling that he answered that on that day there was a role which he was asked to drop and given bribe instead, but he refused on principle. He just said he was expecting a lot of So yeah, this is something we all heard, and yes, we were. In fact, Crystal also said that she was getting a lot of negative, vibes from a lot of the people who were watching. So she said, all of you who were showing thumbs down, please leave the studio. You see, so she was very clear about that.
Ma'am, regarding these advertisements that you talked about, I wanted to share. There is one ad. I don't know how many of you have watched it. It's about NetMeds.
Yeah.
And these two sisters, that Taimur Zammi and her sister are there, and they have to talk about depression. They are inside a lift, and they are so stressed and depressed, and so someone asks the other to order the medicines from NetMeds.
Okay.
I want to just share with the viewers, maybe the others can also do it.
Yeah.
I have written to NetMeds directly
Yes.
that I will order from your competitor, I will order from 1mg, I will order from Apollo, but I will never order from NetMeds until and unless
That's a good
until
one.
and unless
That's a
you
good one.
remove, because we don't want these kind of people who are themselves, spreading this kind of message through your ad. Why don't you take some Olympic medal people or somebody like that instead?
Yeah.
I have written to
Yeah.
NetMeds.
Yeah.
In fact, KB and Monica and Jaydev, see, today I found a very interesting tweet where a woman who's the daughter of a farmer, now she is a full-fledged pilot. So these are the kind of models we need. These are the kind of role
Absolutely.
models we need, you know. And here I'll just tell you another comment by Tejal. She says, one of my friends was trying for a role in Sajid Khan's Houseful 2. Sajid asked her to sleep with all the heroes, including him.
Oh God. This guy just goes around dropping his pants everywhere.
What a shame! What a shame!
What a
And they talk of
shame.
the casting couch. They should give more respect to the daughters of our country.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, there's one more bit of news that I read today. I
Yes.
don't know. I mean, you can throw light on that. Is about one actor, Michelle, somebody who died today at the age of 54. Hollywood star, Michael,
Okay.
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was found dead in his apartment, and apparently they're talking of a drug overdose.
Talking of?
A drug overdose.
Drug overdose.
Yeah, at the age of 54. So this is also suspect. I mean, the police is looking into the case. That's what there was just a flash of the news in between. I just happened to see that.
So even
share
George
to
Michael and Prince and many pop stars, they say died of drug overdose. So we don't know what's the real reason.
Yeah, I think his name was Michael Williams.
Yeah.
Michael Williams. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow you can share some with us.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, friends, ladies, shall we wind up now? Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you
It's
so much,
wonderful being with
Monica.
you all.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's always so nice to be here.
And thanks to all your wonderful viewers.
Yeah,
I love their comments.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So see you tomorrow.
God bless you.
Good night.
Thank you, KB.
Good night.
Monica, and all the viewers.
Bye bye.